Okay, so this would be a good warm-up as well. Going through your forms slowly, it's a good thing. Going through your forms fast, different. Different kind of good. So both of them are very advantageous for someone who's learning. All right. Now, I will be moving for this one basically right where I am, within about 4 feet or so. So I won't be going very far. All right. The form journey. First thing we do, we're going to step forward in the left front stance. Chamber for our double middle block. Double middle block. Now we're going to low block chamber. Left low block. And punch. White belt journey. Going on to gold belt journey. Bring our feet together. Belly faces the mirrors. Head check to the left. Forearm chamber. Chamber for your forearm block. And step back stance to the left. And now we're going to block back stance to the right. Block to the left. Cover. Now when we're back stance, your weight's on your back leg. About 60 to 70% of your weight is on your back leg. Front toes point in the direction you're blocking. From here we do a back leg front kick. Now when we set it down, a common mistake is for people to set it down directly in front of them to help catch their balance. What we want to do is rechamber our kick, front kick, and set it down off on our railroad tracks. So from here, kick, rechamber, and set down. Now I had already looked to find out where I need to set my foot down. And as you practice, you will develop the feeling of where you should set your foot down. From here, we have one hand that's covered. And that's going to be punch number 1. We have 2 punches on gold belt journey. It's 2. You'll yell on your second punch. Head comes to the front. Then checks to the right. We want to make sure we look before we execute any moves because we need to know that someone's coming from that direction. Otherwise, it's a waste of energy to fight over there. So from here, step back stance again. Forearm block. Cover. Back leg front kick. Rechamber. Front stance. Double punch. Hands covered. First punch. Head check to the front. We have an attack coming. Better do something to defend ourselves. Chamber for a knife hand block. Back stance, knife hand block. Step out to your front stance. And then punch. That's the gold belt journey. Now we're going on to orange belt journey. Head check to the left. We have someone coming. Better defend ourselves. We're in a chamber for a chop. Chop to the neck area. Prepare. Now we're going to side kick. Pivots and chambers. Rechamber, set down in a back stance. Front toes pointing in the direction you're blocking, weights on your back leg. Chamber for a low chop block. Same thing as a low block. We're going to open up your top hand. Low chop block, raise up to your eye level. Step out with your front foot to your front stance, pushing off the ground to get out to your front stance. Makes it easy to get out of the deep stance. From here, palmer strike. Now we head check to the right. Oh, we got something coming. Chop, prepare, side kick, rechamber, set down, back stance, low chop block, raise up to eye level, step out to your front stance, and palm strike. Now, something I did not cover earlier, when you're in front stance, your front knee is bent, so much that if I look down, I should not be able to see my toes. Your back leg is straight, all 10 toes point forward. From here, hands by the hips, head check, switch your hips. I switch my hips by picking on my heels and moving. I rotate on the balls of my feet. Here, set them down. From here, low cross block, left high block. Notice I did go from a chamber. Low cross block, this is my chamber for my low cross block. This is my chamber for my left high block. And then punch. Now we're going into green belt journey. Back leg wheel kick. Rechamber, set down behind you, turn around toward your back shoulder, keep the energy going the same direction. You turn 540 degrees, chop, prepare, front leg side kick, pivots and chambers, rechamber, set down toward the back, looking toward the back, low chop block, back stance, same stance you've used in several of our other techniques or sections of the form. Then we move our hand up, chop hand up. Now this is the target. We're going to do a crescent kick, outside to inside. It's going to set down. It's going to set down as a back leg for my front stance, facing the front. Now as I set down, we're going to do a low palming strike. Now this is actually a groin grab here. This is actually a groin grab, and then you switch and you throw. All right, so from here, we teach palming strike. You can switch and throw. Now you bring your feet together. This is a windmill. This is time to relax and get focused for the rest of your form. Your arms move backwards. Your backhand goes straight up. The one that's already out there goes up. Forehand goes down, and then it rotates backwards. Land in your knife hand block chamber. Back stance, knife hand block. Step over to your front stance. Triple punch. That's the end of the journey. Okay, now we'll perform it. Now I'll show you what it is. All right. The form journey. Going on to freedom. I'll talk my way through it first. Okay. The form freedom. You bring your feet together. Chamber for your knife hand block. You're going to the 45. Now, many students go to the 90. That's okay. All right, there's nothing wrong with that as long as they're consistent and they set up their stances correctly. Now I'm going to go to the 45 here. 45 degrees from front over to the angle I'm now attacking or defending against. Step into a back stance. Again, weights on your back leg. Front toes are pointed in the direction you're blocking. Knife hand block. Now, when you do knife hand block, it's just like a punch. At the very end, it snaps, and that's where a lot of your power comes from. Now from here, push off, step over to your front stance, and punch. Head check to your 45 over here. It's 90 degrees from there, but 45 from your front. Feet come together, chamber for knife hand block. Back stance, knife hand block. Step over to your front stance, punch. Now you're head check to the front. Feet come together. Back stance, knife hand block. Step out to your front stance. Repeating pattern. And punch, punch, palm and strike, drop elbow. Punch, punch, palm and strike, drop elbow. Now when I do this, my back knee drops. My back, I try to keep that up as straight as possible. From here, my back foot is going to step up and become my front foot. Bring my feet together, chop, prepare, front leg side kick, pivots and chambers, re-chamber, back stance knife hand block. Now from here, I can start my combination going forward. Cover my back hand, back leg front kick. Set down in front. Back leg round kick, pivot, chamber, kick side to side. Offensive side kick. Step into a pivot, chamber, side kick, land in back or horse stance or back stance, facing the back, and it's a forearm block. So when you do your side kick, as you do your front side kick, or your offensive side kick, as I re-chamber, I'm looking to the back. And I'm chambering at the same time I'm falling in my stance for my forearm block. From here, cover, back hand. Step through into horse stance. Elbow strike. Low back fist. Step behind your front foot. High back fist. Back hand, it has a place to go. Right by your ribs, under your armpit. Now from here, I'm going to unwind. Look my target as long as possible. Spin. Step into front stance. Chop. And punch. This is the end of the purple belt section. Now going on blue belt section. Look to my left. Oh, we have someone coming over there. Better defend against that. I need to know where I'm going to set my back foot because it's going to turn toward my back shoulder. And I have to know how far outside I'm going to be placing that to have a good stance. Because the stance not only is important, chop punch from here, front knee is bent, back leg straight, all 10 toes point forward. But it's also important when you do this next part. Open your hand up. Now it's an elbow strike. Look to the front. Switch. My front stance should be just as good here as it is back here. So from here, chop, prepare. Front leg side kick. Front to that side. Double kick. Set down. Front stance, punch. Elbow strike, chop. Prepare. Double side kick. 1, 2. Reach chamber. Set down in horse stance. Low cross block. If you come together. High cross block. This is the end of the blue belt section. Going on the blue stripe. Cover the right hand. Look back. Horse stance. Elbow strike. Slide into cat stance. Now from here, cat stance, my back toes are pointing approximately 90 degrees. Front toes pointing forward. If someone was to try to sweep this front leg, I can pick it up. If I need to kick, I can kick. Now from here, this covered hand is going to do a web strike. Using the web of your hand, you're going to strike to the throat area. Here. Notice the other hand coming right back. It's a smart hand and knows where to go. From here, back leg front kick. Set down behind you. Then we do a spin kick, spinning toward your back shoulder. Spot your target, reach hammer, land in your back stance, knife hand block. From here, step over to your front stance, punch and then twist punch. Punch, and now I'm switching my stance again, twist punch, with a cover. This top hand is protecting my head as I strike. From here, now, it's a long form, you need time to relax and focus. Windmill. Land back stance, or knife hand block, chamber, step back, back stance, knife hand block, step, or from here, find side kick. 1, 2, land back stance, knife hand block, right foot's in front this time. Now, bring your feet together, chamber for your left low block. Taking right foot, step backwards into your front stance, and now it's a left front stance, and the left foot's in front. You need to protect that leg. Left low block, punch, left high block, palm strike. From here, back leg side kick. Set down, back stance, knife hand block. Step out to my front stance, triple punch, and then twist punch. 1, 2, 3, and twist punch with cover. That's the end of the form. Okay. All right, now this is the form of freedom. It used to be called blue freedom because it was our blue belt form, the entire form was. And this is one of my favorite competition forms. I did several years, competing on the state circuit and national circuit with this form. And most of the competition, if you want to do well, depends on how well you do your form. Doesn't necessarily depend on how advanced and difficult your moves are for underbelts, but it is something that you want to make sure you focus and you try to show each move clearly and be precise with your techniques and meaningful. Meaning makes a lot of difference. That's part of confidence. Okay, form freedom. Now this one I'll move around a lot. I'll start back just a little bit more. All right, breather. From Odyssey. All right, from here, the opening sequence is something that should be practiced over and over and over again. There's a pattern that's set up when you do the sequence at normal speed, or when you're confident you can do all the techniques in a row. And I'll talk about those, or I'll do that once or twice after I talk my way through one time. From here, you're going to step the right foot back to a cat stance, and you're going to the 45. Left inside out block. You're just pretending you're scooping with ice cream. Bang! Right there. Block with the outside of your arm. Now from here, we're going to do a front leg front kick. When you set it down, let's sit down in the front stance. We better protect that front leg. Left low block. Punch. You guys have seen this before. Twist with your hips. Again, pick up your heels, and that's how you get the twist. Twist, palm, and strike. From here, take your top hand. Switch your stance back. Chop, palm up. Chop, palm down. And then punch. Head check to your right, to the other 45 degrees. From here, slide into cat stance. Left or right foot forward again. Again, you're pretending to sit on a bar stool. Back leg is bent. Back leg is flat on the ground. Front leg, if you need to, you can kick, which we do here. Front leg front kick, set down front stance. Bull block, punch, twist, palm, and strike. Same thing as the other side. From here, we switch our hips back. That energy, that's where you get your energy for a chop. First chop, palm up. Second chop, palm down. And then you twist punch. Head check to the front. Oh, we have something coming. Switch our stance again. Inside out block. And it's done with your right hand. Now my left hand is back by my elbow, or back by my armpit and ribs. From here, push off the ground. So we have back kick, front kick to the front and sets down behind us. Just like the form journey. Turn around, but this time, chamber for a knife hand block. So back stance, knife hand block. From here, it's time to go forward, cover. Or excuse me, from here, offensive front kick, offensive side kick, land in a modified cat stance or a cross stance. My front foot comes behind, excuse me, my back foot comes behind my front foot, and now I'm going to do an inside out block with my left hand toward the back. Again, my right hand has a place to go. Now, what I do is, for a marker, take my shin and put it against my calf, and I just sit. I can rest right there. It's a good way to know that you're in a good stance. From here, we're going to push off into a front stance, left front stance with a punch. And then twist punch with cover. Feet come together, or excuse me, you're going to step through toward the back, chop, palm up, spin, chop, palm down, punch. Now from here, that's the end of the red belt section. We're going on to red stripe and brown belt. Head check to my right, 90 degrees. Just switch to the stance, that's all I had to do. From here, bang, that's the energy for the chop, and then punch. Now I do a jump front kick, front leg is kicking. Back leg side kick. Set down, low punch to the inside, stand up, move this foot out to your front stance, punch, and then twist punch with cover. Feet come together. Chamber, back stance, knife hand block. From here, offensive front kick, offensive side kick. Now we're going to set down, spin toward our back shoulder, spin, chop, punch. From here, jump front kick, same combination we did on the other side. Jump front kick, back leg side kick. This gets our belt now facing the front. Land, low chop or low punch to the inside. Stand up, move your foot, punch to the outside, and twist punch. From here, you come together, same for your knife hand block. Back stance, knife hand block. Now we're doing the same combination to get ourselves back over here as we did to get over here. Offensive front kick, offensive side kick, spin, chop, punch. Now we're doing the last section. Head check to the back, switch your stance, take the punch hand and chop, and punch. From here, inside out block with punching hand, back leg front kick, sit down, front stance, roll back punch, inside out block with the punching hand, back leg front kick, roll back punch. From here we already did 2 kicks, That was the last, those are the only 2 kicks we do, going backwards now. From here, there, back foot, we step backwards toward the back, and we chamber for a low block, forearm block. So low block to the front, this is our ready position. My feet are not too far apart, not too close together. From here, I'm gonna switch my feet, keep my shoulders facing the same direction. Square to the side, just take my back foot and make it my front foot. From here, same time I move the front foot up and the back foot back. My back foot goes up to the front and it stays in the front. Front foot comes back and it stays on the back side. From here, axe kick. Now it's actually your front leg, but it's the back foot. So from here, go around the person and come straight down onto the shoulders. That's the idea. Half circle, drop straight down. From here, back foot round kick with pivots and chambers. Spin kick, use your upper body. Land behind you, switch your feet, and spin kick again. Back foot is kicking. Set down behind you. When you set down, low punch to the back, drop punch to the front. Your free hand is covering your chin or your face. That's the end of Odyssey. Mr. Caleb, did you learn anything, sir? Yeah. We'll find out tomorrow night. Just in case you guys didn't know, Mr. Caleb is one of my candidates this rotation. He's doing a very good job. He's on his way to become a master team member. Yeah. Mr. Holmes had his son that's in the rotation, Mr. EJ. He's doing a great job. He's well on his way to earn his black belt too. Let's see, who else we have? Mr. Garcia just went through the last one. He did a great job. Now he's in the master team. What do you think about the master team, sir? It's fun? Yeah. Is it hard work? Do you like hard work? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Good job, sir. You're doing a great job. Okay, now let's go through the form Odyssey at full speed. Take a breather real quick. Any questions for that one? Yes, sir.
The pacing. The rhythm.
The rhythm. You guys may want to film this one. Okay, very beginning of the form. You're going the sequence where you're going here with cat stance and a small sequence that follows into the cat stance and the small sequence that follows here. Very important to keep in mind that there's a rhythm to that sequence. Makes it much easier to learn. From 2B, then you go sa, aya, sa, aya, sa, aya, sa, aya, sa, aya, sa, aya. One of the hardest parts of the form, but when done well, it can be learned very, very quickly. So I'll go a little faster here. Sa, aya, ta, aya, ta, aya. Sa, aya, ta, aya, ta, aya. And just knowing and understanding that section of the form makes a big difference. Now we have 2 more sequences that should be well known from people doing Odyssey. One are the outside sequences. The jump front kick, back leg side kick, low punch to the inside, stand up punch to the outside, twist punch. It's one small combination, well it's a big combination, but a small part of the form. They can learn that. All they have to do is know where to plug it in. They're just traveling, going across the front, or going around the inside, in between the 2 outside parts. They have offensive front kick, offensive side kick, spin, shot, punch. You do that twice. You go once to get to this side, and you do it once to get back over to this side for your spin, shot, punch, and then you start to hit backwards. So those are 3 areas that you guys should go over very beginning. Just learn that rhythm, that sequence, and then go over the combinations that are on the outside as well as the ones on the inside. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
All those 3 forms you showed took exactly 55 seconds each.
Each one took 55 seconds?
Is that a coincidence or?
Just increasingly psyched with every form.
Very observant. Very observant. Well done. Well done. When you do forms in tournaments, maybe this is where it's come from. When you do forms in tournaments, you have usually maximum 2 minutes. Some forms are very slow, very powerful, very rooted to the ground, and that's where all the power comes from. Extreme focus, and it takes a long time to do. Some people do gymnastic style forms, you know, flips, gainers, things like that. And it can be fun to do. Most people can't do that. And those forms, when you exert so much energy in a form, you have to shrink it. They have a maximum of 2 minutes. Usually those forms are 30 seconds to 40 seconds long. And so, and more when you get intense on a form, and you know the form very well, you just start getting that set, and then your body says, okay, I have this much energy, and that's where it all comes from. So conditioning again, and just knowing the form, and your body will allow you. You just have to allow your mind to let your body act.
So it's more action packed into the same time frame.
That's right. Yeah, the very first form, not near as much going on, but these seems to be a lot going on.
Thanks.
No method to the madness. It's all the body saying, speaking. Any other questions? Okay. If you guys want to see something else, just let me know, and I'll be happy to repeat, or combinations, anything like that. If you guys have the videotapes here, video cameras here, you guys can videotape combinations as well. So, thank you guys. Thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank you.